So if you're on a spiritual or twin flame journey, how do you actually heal your inner child? This is a question I get dozens of times a day, and let's talk about it here. So there is always going to be a ton of information on the internet about how to actually heal your inner child and different methods to do it. However, in this video, I want to really simplify the process. It is not actually as difficult as people make it out to be. And I think there's a really important mindset shift that you can make here to also avoid falling into the spiritual healing trap where you are healing yourself and healing yourself and healing yourself, and nothing is actually changing in your physical world. So let's break down inner child healing to the simple process of when you are trying to heal your inner child, what you're actually trying to do is provide a sense of emotional relief. The first thing you want to do is recognize the pain that you are in, whether you are experiencing triggers from a connection or you're generally not feeling good about your life or you have past trauma that you are carrying. To heal all of those issues is to essentially take steps to bring relief to those issues. So it's really important here that we're not slipping into the energy of self-fixing. So we don't want to use spirituality as a way to fix ourselves because there is something inherently wrong with us. We want to use the spiritual tools that we're learning to bring the greatest love and compassion and relief to ourselves the same way we would if we were a very loving and compassionate and nurturing parent to a little child. To do inner child healing, we want to first notice what exactly it is that is bringing us pain. This could be triggers, emotional triggers, recurring thoughts, pain points in your life, areas where you simply don't feel good enough or you feel any sort of negative emotion. Once you have identified what exactly it is that you are in pain about, the second step to healing your inner child is to meet that part of you with a ton of love and compassion. So what this actually looks like in a practical sense is you will begin to notice the pain, the negative emotions that are going on internally, and then you want to adapt this feeling in your chest of compassion, of love, of warmth. A way that I've always taught my clients to create this feeling is to imagine that you have a friend in front of you who you really love and they're crying to you and they're pouring your heart out. You're going to instinctively feel a sense of warmth and care in your chest and want to beam that towards them. So when you're healing your inner child, you want to essentially tap into that same feeling that you're going to be feeling in your chest, that warmth and that love. And you want to practice beaming this towards the feelings that are already within yourself. So instead of beaming it to another person, you're beaming it internally to those parts of yourself. Step number 3 is while you are beaming compassion and love to these parts of you that are in pain, you want to have a dialogue with them. You want to understand them. So you can literally ask in your mind, you can say, I see that you're in this pain, or I see that you feel sad, or I see that you feel triggered. What is it about this situation or your life or this circumstance that is causing you to feel that way? And you want to ask that part of you very direct questions. You basically want to sit with this part of yourself and talk to it back and forth until it begins to respond to and kind of intuitively give you the answers that you're asking it. So you really want to understand what that part of you is saying. Let's say, for example, this part of you says, I feel sad. You might ask it, what is it about this situation that is causing you to feel sad? And it might answer, well, I feel lonely. I wish I was around people, but I am by myself right now. So step number 4 would be to meet the needs of this individual part. After this part of you has expressed why it is in pain and what it needs, you want to take steps to meet those needs. So in this example, let's say there's a part of me that is feeling sad because it feels lonely. I am going to step in as the loving adult / loving parent to my inner child and say, okay, let's take steps like let's go organize a friend day. Let's go spend time with some people that I really like spending time with and put that in your calendar, organize it, make it happen. The more that you do this, the more that you will be showing yourself that you can rely on yourself, and each time you will be meeting the needs of your inner child. You want to repeat this 4-step process for any trigger or any negative emotion that you feel or anything in your life that you feel like needs healing but you're not sure how to heal it. Try this process, go through it with a trigger or an inner child wound that you know you've been carrying. Let me know in the comments how it goes, drop your questions, and of course, follow for more.